welcome back. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Man, that music gets me every time. It's going to be a long time before I get bored of this one. Hello and welcome back to Ninja Pulse. How you guys doing? Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hello. All right. Let's kick it off. Eggbirds, hello, Ballorda. Hey, whoa, Relentless. Look who it is. It's Relentless, everybody. Ba-dum-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Hello, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? Ah, that's so kind. Thank you so much. Man, it is early for you. Relentless, right? Give it up for Relentless, everybody. We were very, very pleased to make her acquaintance due to the enshrouded pool party we were doing. She was a really, really awesome fixture on that gang of streamers that went and tore it up in Enshrouded. Embervale. Hey! No supper late. Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're streaming bit of Elder Scrolls Online. This is my main game. My name is Khan. I'm one half of the Ninja Pulse team. Maya, the wife, is the other half. That's her full name, by the way, Maya, the wife. It's actually Maya the Barbarian, but that's by the by. Welcome on in. We do quite a lot of sort of RPG, FPS style gaming around here. Elder Scrolls Online is like, that's where the name of the guild comes from, if you're wondering why. Dude, if your name's Khan, why the fuck are you called Ninja Pulse? What's that got to do with anything? It's the name of our guild in the Elder Scrolls Online. We do a lot of ninja pulling, much as I hate to admit it. And yeah, we're a teaching guild. This is a complicated game, and the social side of it is really key in teaching people how to get into it, how to make the most out of it, and that is where we came from. During the pandemic, we set up a guild to stay sane, basically. And here we are. Years later. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Guys, why don't you return the favor on my behalf? We'll just do another one there, just a bonus shout out. I know, thanks Ballorda, already got on the case. But give Relentless a follow, you will not regret it. I actually had a really fun time. I went back and watched a bunch of Relentless's streams despite the time difference, after encountering her on the Enshrouded stream event. So, yeah, if you're anything like me and you enjoy quality content, just good hangs with nice people who are into nerdy shit and are good at keeping you entertained while talking about it, then look no further. Another one to add to the roster. Far too kind. Disagree. Erin, on a 10-stream streak. I'll wager you got some bigger streams than that in the back catalogue, but yeah, we only got that feature quite recently on this channel. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. What is it? It is Wednesday. I'm confused because my regular group didn't run last night, so I keep thinking it's Monday. And yeah, I just frantically finished editing, writing, and uploading a a couple of vids for Maya. Those are now up, and those are in her hands. So yeah, as per usual for the last few weeks, I do not know what day it is, but my watch tells me it's Wednesday. So happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope your week is going well. We are going to have a fairly chill one today. Some dailies. There's an in-game event, obviously. The Daedric War celebration. Nothing too fancy. We're going to do some dungeons with viewers, if possible. If there's anything you guys need, like if there's a monster set you haven't got yet, or a mythic lead, or anything I can do that might be useful. You know, it'll be a brand new feeling for me. So do hit me up. And when we got raided, I was in the middle of saying hello and good morning and good afternoon to everyone. So Eggbirds, hey man, hope you're having a good one, dude. And Ballorda, thank you so much for being here. Lily, Dryad, lovely to see you. Morning, Moose. Then I see the psst from Relentless. That's genius.
Hello there.
And Ultenma and Baron, welcome on in. Baron YouTube, I'm guessing that is. thank you so much for the greeting. Wedgie Queen, hey, LeBro. How's it going? And Baron YouTube, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. That is very kind. Wow. What a great start to the stream. I don't know if you realized, Relentless, but when you raided, I'd been going like 8 minutes. And I just turned off the stream starting soon screen just to get going. So that was a nice shot of coffee. Getting raided straight out of the gates. Love it. I was praying the countdowns would line up. Yeah. Oh, that's really sweet of you. I hope you've been having a good time. It's like a week since I caught one of your streams already. We have been... I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or moaning or looking for sympathy. None of the above. But just one of those... I don't know, it's a time... It's like sharing a really cool dream that you had with someone. You know you're going to bore their socks off as soon as you start the story. Oh, I had this really cool dream. And they just like sigh and roll their eyes. Yeah. Go on. But it's healthy to talk about these things. And in the same way, I keep saying how, wow, it's crazy how busy we've been the last couple of weeks. I can just sense chat. Be like, yeah, dude, we heard you. But I have not had much time for doing the gaming that I actually want to do. It's just ESO at the moment, which is fine. It's one of my favorite games. Right, so does anybody want to go and do a daily in Somerset or Vardenfell or both? And Erin, I completely agree. I completely agree. I'm gonna try to read that. Speaking in tongues. Do I sound okay? I feel like my voice hasn't even woken up yet. Because I've barely had time to talk. It was like, get up, edit, inhale some breakfast, go and defrost the car, take Maya to work, come back home, edit. Oh shit, time for stream. But yeah, what do you guys make of the Daedric War celebration so far? In fact, I'm gonna go look at the... I can't remember exactly what it looks like. The new style pages that we've been getting. Let's go check it out. By the way, make sure you finish your Wormwrithe collection if you wanted to do that. You're gonna have to buy those now. I don't think they'll be available again. Well, let's be real. They probably will be at some point. Sadly, we can only preview one bit at a time. But it's sort of Clockwork Apostle themed, I guess. What about the hat? Oh, the hat's pretty dope. Kinda. It's knocking on the door of dope. It's not quite walking through it. They do that with so many of these styles, man. They're like... They walk right up to the line of, oh, that's awesome. And then they take a couple of steps back. So you're thinking, well, I'm definitely going to collect it, but am I ever going to use it? It's weird. It seems like it would be no more work to make it awesome than it is to make it just thumbs up. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That was my impression of yelling LeBro. Or trying to stay on the surface of water and not drown. I see. I had Wormwrithe weapon page drop yesterday. Oh, really? It's still happening. Really? Wow. I wasn't aware that that was going to be a thing. Huh. Hey, Gilly, how you doing? Welcome on in. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're having a good day. Why am I in Sunport? That's not right. That ain't right. Let's go and take down a siege camp. Oh, I should probably pick up the quest first, shouldn't I? Yeah, not to cast doubt on your claims, Moose, at all, obviously. Believe you inherently. Instinctively. But yeah, I wasn't aware that that was still a thing. I guess even with the amount of research that I have done on this, the amount of prep, there's still things that I didn't know. That just goes to show it might be a little bit on the complex side. Oh yeah, and Gilly, after yesterday, you were asking about quick cast ground abilities. So I turned it off just to show you what it looks like without it. And I forgot to turn it back on. So it's been driving me crazy, and I'm going to do it now. Because every time I enter combat and try to do it, I remember, oh, I must switch that off. Quit screwing around, dude. Stupid necro hand. Keep your hands to yourself. Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty necromancer. I don't know. There's a line in there somewhere. Gilly Chan on a 7-stream streak. I'd love to see it. Thank you so much. Alright, Relentless, must head off to bed. It's 4:30 AM and I have class. The push for my altar upgrade was rough. I can imagine. Alright, well, if you can still hear me, have a lovely, lovely week. And thank you again for the raid. That's super kind. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. Guys, give Relentless a follow if you haven't already. I am certain you won't regret it. And if you do, if you're like, whoa, no way, this enshrouded stream is too fun for me, you can always, you know, politely, quietly click the unfollow button later. That's how it works, right? Of course, leaving you on my monitor and passing out. Bye. Ah, thank you. Hey guys, do you think she muted us as well, or should we make weird noises to keep her awake? Now that would be rude. Why would I do such a thing? Right, Gilly, let's sort this out. What? I'm in combat still? No. Right. Maybe I just need to go a little bit further away. Or maybe you can change this setting in combat. Where is it? Quick cast ground abilities on. That's been driving me crazy, the fact that I switched it off. As per your question yesterday. Sadly the pull didn't work, it was on cooldown, I guess. I've been looking over some of the promo material that they did for the Writhing Wall, especially, and for Eastern Solstice. And again, following on from conversations we had yesterday, I just feel so bad. They put in some really nice work to sort of generate interest and set up and hype the stuff that's coming. And then, you know, the bugs meant that it just couldn't live up to its potential, live up to its promise. And I don't know if this is just my perspective or if you guys feel the same, but I feel like it's so typical of this game. So typical of the Elder Scrolls Online. It does so many things really well. And again, like I said, I guess it's the theme of today's stream. Like the style pages that we're getting this event, it walks right up to the line of just being freaking awesome. And then takes a couple of steps back. in a frustrating way. This player does not know how AoEs work. Come on, dude. Stop wandering around. Imagine that, a Dragon Knight who doesn't want the enemies to stand in their standard. I don't think I've ever seen this. No, you can't stand close to the Harvester like that. That's a really bad idea. Look how many chasens she got me with. Alright, but Lord, just 10 minutes ago people were whining in zone chat the camps are too difficult because there are now not enough people doing them. That's why Zos did it the way they did, because they don't want people... They didn't want to have to redo it. I mean, you guys saw probably that when I went over to this one, it was... Oh, no, no, she's on me again. God damn it. Wait, you just need one tank. Okay, now I'm safe for a minute. Yeah, the appeal of a heavy attack build grows, you know, when you've got a really long-ass fight like this. And it puts pressure on your sustain in a way that you just don't normally have to deal with. Wow, massive skill delay. I mean, there's hardly anyone here. You'd think performance would be better. Also, I realized I don't have Reaping Blows slotted, do I? That's bad. At least they are stacked. That's something that just never happened during the actual event. But yeah, they're not too difficult. Look, I did die because I stood way too close. I was right up in her face and got hit by a triple chasen when those came out. It'd be nice if they spawned more waves of ads. That'd be super helpful. You know? Please don't kite her out of the camp. Dude, be real. Should AoE be changed to sis? Stand in stupid. Return my mind if found. 2 jokes in one go. The name is awesome. The comment is awesome. Appreciate it. We have got a great message for us from Mike Finnegan, the lead encounter designer. So the guy who he and his team make all the stuff that either we kill them or they kill us, that type of stuff. When I was having a chat with him in Amsterdam, and I said, look, would you mind saying a few words to the guild? Look into the camera. And I haven't got it on me, but Maya plays it all the time. Hey, Ninja Pulls, don't stand in stupid. So that is a treasured item on our soundboard now. Why not stack the Daedroth? Why not continue to do that? Would almost certainly be dead by now. Yeah, what's an AoE Age of Empires? Man, I think I played the original Age of Empires when I was really young. One of my buddies was talking about it. I was like, this seems like it's a little bit too grown up for the likes of me. You know, where are the guns? Kind of thing. I'm completely out of juice. So yeah, it's a very different encounter, isn't it? How many players were there here? 3 players, each with a companion. No, maybe 4 players, 2 companions. Honestly, the thing that makes it easier is just having a tank. The pimple popper, nice. Nice. Yeah, Gilly, mine was always set to quick cast. Didn't even know it was a thing. I think you may have just changed it very early on because it's always turned off by default. At least in my experience. Different versions of the game over the years, who the hell knows? But yeah, that was why we were talking about it. That's why it went into the instruction video. Performance issue, maybe too much stress on server? I don't even know. It was strange though. Suddenly, there was just a few seconds where everything was happening a little bit late. Didn't feel good. let there be vengeance. Yikes. ESO Plus Plus, the new subscription for better performance, or is that the new code they're going to write the new game in? Maybe it's the guy who was whining before, the one who's kiting the boss out of the camp. I mean, I get it. She's scary when she suddenly turns to you. It's like, I don't want aggro. Bring a tank. Anyway, let's turn in the quest and see what happens. Hey man, do you play Skyrim? Yes, but like not regularly. I haven't streamed it in a couple of months. Back in September we streamed it. But yeah, did I play Skyrim? Yeah, I played the living crap out of that game. Probably everyone here in chat did, because that was, I think the biggest factor in shipping units of the Elder Scrolls Online was Skyrim fandom. Back in 2014, it was only a few years after, and we were already clamoring for another Elder Scrolls game. You know, when are we going to get Elder Scrolls 6? If only we had known. I wonder what the reaction would have been if we had known that it would be at least 50, well, at least 11, 12 years before we'd get it. Not 15, what am I talking about? Although it may be, who knows. Age of Empires 2 was the GOAT when I was young. Need to get the remaster. Alatara, the camps got a lot more interesting. Well, I'll show you guys something. In case you weren't here when we were doing all this on PTS. I'll probably fuck this up and die now, but if you bring the right build, like the build I just brought was okay. If I'd slotted Reaving Blows, it would have been even easier. I probably wouldn't have died. But if you bring, surprise, an Arcanist, a Beamer, you can solo them pretty easily. It's just really slow. Really slow. And you shouldn't have the same level of sustain issues. Sustain will still be a problem, but it should be better than the setup I was just on. Biting jabs are... they're not exactly expensive, but they start to feel expensive when you're using an AoE spammable on a single target. That's why I was appreciative that that person was initially stacking both the bosses, but as soon as they lost aggro on one of them, I guess that all went to hell. Return my mind, it's like the second coming. You know, it'll happen eventually, but an exact delivery date is elusive. Well, they started at least talking about it in a more meaningful way, like Todd Howard is talking about, I think literally just last week, he was talking about, in an interview, how they were going to shadow drop it, probably like Oblivion remastered. They're like, well, that was a test run for what I want to do with TES 6. So who knows if he meant anything by that. It's very difficult when there's so much pressure around launch campaigns and whatnot. It's hard not to read a million things into every word that a game director or a vice president or a studio head drops in, you know, just casually in an interview or in a tweet or whatever. It's hard not to read 100 things into that. Gilly China Bird just flew by my window. I thought it wanted to come in. Maybe it does. So with the bosses, like you can see, this is the second boss I've come across that someone has just like bailed and walked away. You do have to be careful just because of the amount of damage they inflict. So the main thing is be smart, you know, with AoEs. Debuff them. Keep healing yourself. Don't stand in the dum-dum. And especially when that wave spawns in when they first arrive. Let's see if I can demonstrate this. Get the hell out of there. Throw a dodge or two when that wave spawns, because the boss, the mini-boss here, will immediately attack you with something. And if you're the only one, then all of the other, like, 4, 5, 6 ads are going to do the same shit. Yeah, this is actually quite funny to me, seeing... Well, I hope it'll teach people something. Probably not, but there's always hope that people will push themselves to have a little bit more survivability, avoid AoEs a little more effectively. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just wait for them to spawn in and a couple of seconds in, chuck in a dodge roll, and you'll probably dodge like 3 projectiles or light attacks that are aimed at you. Is this a boss? No, it isn't. So far, so good. This should be a boss wave now. Yeah. So while I was placing the AoEs, just chuck in a couple of dodges, and that's pretty much the most dangerous part of that encounter dealt with. He's definitely not going to kill me now. I don't even have major resolve anymore. So they are soloable. They're really not that hard. You just have to, you know, actually play the game. And by which I mean in the moment to moment, but also in, you know, bringing the right kind of setup. You have to prepare and then react. That's all this game is, at the end of the day. And the reacting bit is the bit that people think is difficult. It's not. It's the preparation bit, which is super complicated. And it's not enough to just go on YouTube and get a build. I mean, that helps. That can help you a lot. But a build, quote unquote, can be fantastic or completely useless if it's, you know, if it's not appropriate for what you're trying to do. It might be amazing in the way that it was intended to be used, but yeah, much as you don't take a PvP setup into a trial and expect it to be good and vice versa, there are plenty of PvE setups that don't work everywhere. I mean, most of them don't. If you want it to perform well, you need a bit of specificity in what you're trying to do. Xenia, how's it going? Microsoft still have time to cancel it. Ugh. I think we had three more versions of Skyrim before ES6. Lily Dryad. Oh, man. Much as I love your commentary, I hope you're wrong about that. Again. I forgot about that annoying guy. No. Luckily, the ult just killed off all the trash, and now she shouldn't be that dangerous. Just don't let your major resolve run out. And when she does that move, either bash her. I think I'm wearing unsword, so I should try and bash her. Man. But yeah, they're no joke, these guys. It's even like, I wouldn't... So you can either do that, just sidestep it, or throw in a bash. I wouldn't blame you for just doing this. Don't even bother building up Crux in between. Because her light attacks hit so hard. Obviously you deal less damage, but it means that you're permanently shielded. Because I don't know if you can see, but if you look down at my health bar, there's the shield right there. Yeah, took my eye off the ball. I was watching chat. But yeah, as soon as that shield is gone, you could just block cancel the beam and start again. I have an important question then. Stormcloak or Imperial? Doesn't matter. Are you asking what I chose on which playthrough? Imperial mostly, because the Stormcloaks, I get it, but they're stupid. They're so fucking dumb. And they got their head up their ass about, like, the wrong thing. When the world is in, like, dire need, they're worried about something which doesn't matter in the least. It's, like, such a luxury, what they want to focus on. So I generally, while I sympathize, and I kind of feel bad for them, I guess I probably played more Imperial. Which is weird, because you kind of want to side with the locals. And yeah, it's quite an interesting conflict that they drew up. But yeah, I just don't think the Stormcloaks were interesting enough. It's just boring, this fight. It's so relentless. I can't really do anything fancy because I'm constantly having to refresh my beam and keep up. Keep up the major resolve. Oh, somebody else is here. But, you know, the point is, you can solo these. Should I be really cruel? And just kite the AoEs onto them? Yeah, I immediately died. Oh, I feel bad. Don't do what I just did. Does anyone else know what I mean about the whole Stormcloak thing? I really should be getting these bashes, but it's the one thing about playing on an Arcanist, you don't want to bash. There we go. Unless she does it at the right moment. The companion dies. Uh-oh. Beware of CCs. Oh, is the... If the companion's actually taunting her, then I can heavy attack for a moment. So is this a thing she only does in execute by the look of it? Is the... pulling you up in the air, so she deals a lot less damage, but she keeps fucking CCing you in execute. That sucks. Yeah, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. My sustain is already a little bit iffy. And I can't target her with Killer's Blade for some reason. But as you can see, 4 minutes. And 4 minutes is nothing, actually. There are some of them, like the Daedroth and the Grievous Twilight. If you get that one, and if you're by yourself, it can easily take 8-9 minutes. Just to kill the damn thing. Even if you don't die at all. It's just the fight lasts that long. So yeah, soloable, yes. Easy to solo, not especially. Like, almost impossible to solo if you don't build and prep for it. Yeah, when Return My Mind if found, whenever it releases basically studio make or break these days, it's hard. And Belorda, I'm in the Resistance, never played Skyrim. Yeah, I knew that actually, that's a good point. Don't be in the Resistance though, just be in the, oh I never got around to it party. There's no need to be in the Resistance against Skyrim, it's great. But yeah, you're an MMOer rather than an Elder Scrollser, right? Yeah, and it is weird because there are things in this game that are clearly missing from... there are things that are sort of central to the Elder Scrolls which are arguably missing from ESO. The sense of discovery. Like, that's a huge thing. If you think about the way the quests are constructed, the way that your opening path toward, you know, in the limited part of the game where they actually can predict where you're going to go and what you're going to do, and to some degree they even control it right at the beginning. The way that these games, the Elder Scrolls single player games, they there are a couple of things that work. One is the classic D&D thing of go into a dungeon, kill a monster, get a sword. Go into a larger dungeon, kill a larger monster, get a larger sword, and so on. There's that sense of progression wrapped up in a fun fantasy setting. But there's also the sense of discovery that you're peeling something back in a fun way. The way that the world is unveiled in front of you, the way that quests are teased. Oh, something bad is happening. It's, you know, you usually have to figure out what it is, and a lot of people's most memorable quests, like when you go to Blackreach in Skyrim, you're not told, adventurer, please, you need to journey into this vast underground cavern. No, you're told something much more prosaic. Like, oh, you have to go and pick up my dry cleaning, please, adventurer. And then before you know it, it's a saga of life and death. That is one of the crucial things that the Elder Scrolls series does repeatedly without us necessarily noticing that that's what it is. But that's one of the things that the games do, which is sort of fairly crucial to their identity. Elder Scrolls Online struggles with it because as an MMO, it's harder to do those kind of things. But it does still have some of it. And I was thinking about this when I was doing the story on the other side of the wall there. It has a fair bit of that. It has some really nice surprises along the way. And a mystery that sort of peels back. At times it does feel very familiar. Oh, it's a video game, therefore the pace has to be artificially stretched out. You know, got to stretch the taffy here. And oh, there's a magical MacGuffin, which means that, you know, we can turn this impenetrable fortress into a stomping ground. You know, there's all that stuff, but yeah, kind of cleverly done. And Blood was saying, okay, I like this. From now on, I'll use "Don't stand in dum-dum" instead of "Don't stand in stupid." Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's the dum-dum. If it's red, then you're dead. Otherwise, you changed it to pink, then it's please think. And everyone, I feel Stormcloak's side started the conflict in Skyrim. I mean, the Imperials kind of screwed the pooch, didn't they? They do set it up pretty well. It's just that the core motivation, it's like no one in the Stormcloaks has any fucking vision except the people at the top. And they don't really seem to believe what they're saying. They just want the power that comes from what they're saying. Maybe we've seen too much right-wing populism since 2011 for me to feel, you know, neutral about this, but they're just too stupid. There are people at the top who are using the cause for their own ends, and people who follow them who just aren't using their brains at all and not thinking long-term or critically or whatever. That's why I struggle a little bit with that. In a lot of ways, it is set up very well as a, ooh, who do you choose? There's no real villain. It's not like the worm cult here. These are just really bad, fucked up people. Like, what are you even trying to get out of this? All the kids who were bullied at school just joined the worm cult. That's what it feels like. The Stormcloaks aren't that. They're much more well-rounded and interesting and relatable sort of antagonists, if we want to call it that. But, yeah, I still have that struggle with it. Ulfric cheating in the duel. Yeah. Damned Imperials. Lebro, exactly. And the conflict was boosted by the Thalmor to weaken the Imperials. So the retention remains divided. Yeah, fair enough. If only the Stormcloaks weren't so racist. Yeah, that's the game kind of winking at you and showing which side is really the bad one. Yeah. I kind of miss the lens firing at the wall, I'm not going to lie. Does it come on again if you are, like, between the stories? So when you've done Western Solstice, is it firing? But you haven't, like, done the connecting quest yet. I guess it probably is. If they've done it properly, then presumably you can get that back and just leave your game in that state so the lens is always shooting at the wall. That'd be fun. Gilly trying to go to eat lunch. I'll be back. Cool, we'll see you shortly. Skyrim belongs to the Nords. Moose, yeah. Got a weird choice of colour, actually. Yeah, a lot of people do. Ice elves before that. Yeah, pretty good point. Good point. Zenia got a question from a friend that I can't really answer. He doesn't like subclassing with Arc, or at least using the beam. His main is a Warden. What can he run that is good with that nowadays? Does he have to be on the Warden? And why doesn't he like... So he doesn't want to use Fate Carver. But so ideally on the Warden, no Fate Carver, but okay subclassing. Just Stam or Mag, do you know? That's my Stamina Warden, that's my Magic Warden. Magica, alright, let's have a go. I mean, you're not gonna be surprised by this, Zdenia. It's gonna be Rune Blades and Tentacular Dread. Whoa, Erin. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. It's been a little bit quiet here recently, so I really, really appreciate that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and from Maya as well. Thank you so much for the support. That's wonderful. Really, really appreciate it. Very kind. Yeah, that's pretty much what you told him. It's not the only way to do it, but yeah, I mean, it just works so well. So the question is, how do you marry that with Warden abilities? What would I do? What would I do? Provided it's okay for them to stay on single target. Oh, Erin, you trying to do Kofi? It's acting weird for me asking for my ID and a British phone number. Weird, okay. Well, that's not helping, Kofi. Okay, so what do we got? We got... Oh, yeah, we had Winter's Embrace because someone wanted a Frosty Warden. Let's get rid of that. Let's go with Assassination because it's just easier right now. And Animal Companions instead of Winters. Winter's Embrace isn't terrible. And it depends what they're up to. You know, if they're doing solo stuff, then obviously quite handy. And very much on point. Hey, Grey Kirk. How's it going? Oh, thank you for the treat for Floops. Let's give the dog a biscuit then. Sesh, come on then. Alright guys, you ready for some doggo ASMR? We'll do it again. Come here. Good girl. And sit. Go on then. Hopefully that came through. Good girl. Good girl. Also, we'd prefer to switch only one skill line. Well, then, you know, I guess that's obvious. Then just don't you know, just keep Winter's Embrace, but I would suggest this. So, what do we want? We want Tentacular Dread, we want, it doesn't really matter which one, but I'm guessing the AoE one will be generally more useful. You can grab Fulminating as well. Obviously the Languid Eye. We get rid of the Beam. Assassination. Let's go with the Stam one, just for now. We'll see what gives. We can run... I'm out of skill points. We can get rid of... Ah, crap. Soul Harvest. We already have Brutality and Sorcery. And you could go with either one of these. It might be... I think I'd like to go with Sub-Assault. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty well, actually. And Moose was saying, I did that quest that gets rid of the wall yesterday. I can't remember if it was firing before that or not. Yeah, it must have been. And Gunbro, hello! Sorry I missed you coming in. That was the subs there that threw me off. And Zdenya, alright, it's not like a close friend or anything, I see. I see. But Lord, I would use Animal Companions, Assassination, and Herald with Runeblades. There we go. We all know the same stuff. How you doing, Gunbro? Welcome on in. Happy Wednesday. As of yesterday, it's mainly dailies and dungeons, it seems. And Luz or Trone, welcome on in. Hey, man. He was feeling the same way as I, that pretty much everything is the same with subclassing. Well, it isn't. But yeah, there's not enough variety, but it's not that everything is the same. Like, this is already a very different rotation to the character I was just on, for example. So I think that I kind of push back against that. But yeah, it's not on. It's a common remark. Put it that way. Blockade or Stampede? Ooh, tough to say. She's leveling this ult for some reason. So this is a Warden, Animal Companions Warden with Assassination and Herald of the Tome that we want here. Yeah, tough to know what you want to do with this exactly. You could add Ruin into the mix, that lasts a really long time. You could add Trap on the back bar. Actually, that's a pretty good call. Let's try that. Oh, this character needs some gear. Let's go and craft her some. Always ready for Doggo ASMR. Nice, Velota. Awesome. Gumbro, doing good. Thank you. How are you? Not too bad. Thank you. Very, very busy. Struggling, genuinely struggling to remember what day it is. Not just as a joke. Oh, Aaron, gifting another sub to Gunbro. Thank you so much. Thank you. That takes us up to 6 out of 10 for the day. Delightful. Well, if you just joined us, welcome on in. This is Khan. You're watching Ninja Pulls. We're going to do some dungeons in a bit. If anyone wants some dailies, or if anyone wants to join me in a dungeon, if they got a monster set or a lead or a, I don't know, anything that they... Oh. That's the first time I've seen this. Oh, Dark Metal is here. Hey, man, welcome on in. Happy Wednesday. That's the first time I've seen this. The, sort of the wraith effect from those towers after the wall is gone. Yeah, there are some visual bugs with this, for sure. Valerina, good morning. And hey, Lou, what's up? Is then the same, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from. Delightful. Oh, that's a hype train triggered. Whoa, crazy. Alright, guys. Delightful. We don't always get a hype train. So please, let's make this one count. See if we can get it to, ooh, I don't know, level 3. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Cooper Harley, hey! Yeah, that's a funny bug. I don't mind it because it looks beautiful, but... Mr. Dimmy, welcome on in! Alright, so that's a hype train level 1. What's it going to take? 2 subs to take us up to level 2. Thank you so much for kicking that one off, Aaron and Dark Metal. You guys are the best. Alright, let's go and craft some gear for this warden. I'm at 1,000 transmutes, so I don't mind doing this. This is something I need to do desperately. I'm thinking either Unsul Null Arca or Unsul Tideborn, something like that. Whoa, LeBro gifting subs as well, thank you. Thank you so much. Woo! Damn, because you ask nicely. Alright. See, you don't need your chat up lines, guys. You just ask nicely. Oh, no. Whoa, look at this. It's all happening here. Crazy. Dark Metal gifting subs as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for keeping us here another month. Guys, that is mad. Love it. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. Thank you, Lou, as well, for cheering. Love that emote. That's awesome. Aw, so kind. Thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it. Massively. And I say we. I'm talking me and Maya, obviously. Belorda, hype. And Valerina, thank you so much, LeBro. Dark Metal, thank you. How are you doing? Welcome on in, by the way. I didn't actually say hello. I just kind of shouted your name excitedly. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Alright, that is a hype train level 5. We've got 3 and a bit minutes. 6 more subs would take us to level 6. Crazy. Thanks, Aaron. Thank you. Appreciate it. Aaron, what are these? These are great. Poku Goobutt. Pokuri Mio, I see, right. Look, man, doing fine. Fine. Busy playing Skyrim again. Well, there we go. There we go. We were just talking about Skyrim. Man, the pull of that game is wild. You know, like so many of you, I'm sure. I haven't even played it through that many times, actually. It's like 3 or something like that I've really... Plus watching Maya play it and other people play it, I guess. Yeah, we were just talking about it. Just talking about Skyrim Dark Metal. So who was it that was here asking if I was a Stormcloak or an Imperial? I think chat has already scrolled past the point where I can... where I can see it. But I did miss a hello from Bob. Boberk. Welcome on in, and sorry I missed you. Hope you're still here. I feel bad. But we got a lot of stuff popping off in chat, so it's scrolled very, very fast. It's the mods from ETBH. Really keeps it fresh. You see, I don't even need that. I love doing an install of an old game and then modding the shit out of it to make it look beautiful, or do something different, or just to try out a mod that I've read about somewhere. That's really fun. But I also love just rocking up and installing it again, you know, going from the beginning and only modding it in terms of, you know, stability, UI, bugs, that kind of stuff. Graphics. Like Knights of the Old Republic and Dragon Age Origins, we were playing those in Games Fest, and boy, they looked amazing, and we'd hardly done anything except, well, it was a huge amount of work, but ultimately just to get the game looking the way it should look now. You know, that resolution, running on modern systems. Don't know why BioWare games are so tricky. It's a real shame. Because, you know, hot take, they've made some absolute killers. Why not more effective support for their games over the long term? I don't know. Aaron, I've played Skyrim too much in the past, done everything in that game. There are probably one or two things that I somehow missed, but yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm in the same boat. Especially on Soul's Time, I might have missed a couple of things. Because again, a really, really big area there. And Dark Metal, neither to be H, both suck. The only that wins are more likely to be the Thalmor. I see, yeah, alright. Well, I guess that kind of echoes what I was saying to a degree. I was saying if I had to choose, probably Imperial, because they've got more of a long-term sort of plan. Stormcloaks is just bitching about the past, looking backwards, not forwards, I guess. But it's not really that simple. It's way more complicated. And Aaron, I like watching about mods more than playing them. Yeah, that's true for me as well, probably. There was a channel named MXR Mods, which I used to watch a lot for Sky. I think I know the one you mean, yeah. And thank you, there we go. Thank you so much for that hype train, guys. We made it into level 5. So that is extremely generous of you guys. Thank you again so much. We are taking all of that support and channeling it right back into making more awesome stuff, streaming more, putting on more events, and finishing those goddamn guides that are so overdue now. Ugh, terrifying. Let's just go with Nernhoned. Precise and charged. I'll just make her some actual... I'll give her some choices. So one of each there. SG Deity, nice transmog on the sword. Which one is that? That is the Balog Greatsword. And welcome on in. How you doing? Choo choo. Exactly, yeah. LeBro, officially Steam says I have 1,211 hours in Skyrim. Can't remember my Xbox hour count. Man, ESO got Skyrim beat long ago for me. So probably just do a charged one. So now one more in precise. We should be good. Pretty sure my Warden already has Maelstrom backbar weapons, both of them. Let's check. What's her name? There she is. Yeah, she got both. For the longest time, I resisted inventory insight. I was like, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. Man, I could not be without it now. Even though I don't use it all the time, every now and again, you turn to it and it's just like such a huge time saver. I have to admit. Thank you so much for the follow, Spyra H. How's it going? And Aaron, ESO is the game where you will be still considered a noob after 1,200 hours, yeah. Well, the game will consider you that, yeah. And so will you, but other players not necessarily. Belorda, damn, check my ESO hours again. 16,270. I don't even want to look. It's like bank balance after Christmas. I do not want to know. Inventory Insight is an add-on, yes. Just allows you to see what is in all of your inventories. Banks, coffers, other characters, and you can specify. I'll show you again in just a moment. Yeah, it's a database add-on of all the stuff you have in your account. It'll show you where it's located. So if you're in a prog group and you don't have your monster set, like, I swear I have that. You can opens up a separate window here. In fact, let me just settings, add-ons, inventory, insights. I want to copy settings from my main. Copy UI settings, and now it'll come up like that, full length. So these are all the Aegis Caller things I have. This is everything in all inventories across my entire account. Whee! But if I specify, I don't know, say I lost my Baron Zaldris. You can see that my Necro Tank has it. That's wild. I only have one set. I would have guessed 3. But obviously, I never need it on more than one tank at a time, I guess. So it's jumping around. But yeah, really, really useful. Maya was trying to get me to have it for ages. I was like, no. I want to keep my add-ons lightweight. Don't want to be weighed down with all that shit. You know, I got places to be. I got to be nimble, man. And then I actually tried it because of some... I don't know, there was a specific thing that I wanted it for to be able to check. And after that, it's just stayed. Became uninstallable. Uninstallable. Aaron, to have a unified inventory of characters and also currencies, yeah, it's good for that as well. I'd probably use it for that more than anything else. So I'm down to 23.3 million. Which I know some of you will be like, what? That's a lot. For me, that is nothing. I used to be consistently over 100k. And then it went down to consistently at or above 100 million, 50 million. Talvara's looking good, though. For someone who doesn't do a lot of PvP. Yeah. Good way to turn all that AP in Talvara into gold. That's what I need.
I have a strange
128 million at the moment. I keep blowing like 55 million at a time on crown crates. That's why it doesn't stay up for very long. It's a problem a lot of guys have as they get older, I think. So I'm told. If I go below 200 million, I feel poor. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like other people will be like, 23 million, that's a lot. What are you talking about? But it isn't. For someone who's been playing the game as long as I have, and who's used to having 150, 200 mil kicking around. But yeah, when you stream, you run out of gold very fast. Alright, what were we doing? We're picking up some Unsul. Not that. And some Null Arca. I think that's it. That's probably all we need. She's already got Velothi. Good, good, good. Wait, did I only craft one ring? Really? For real? I must have. Shit. No. Yeah, I only made one ring. Alright, well, relog time. There's fascinating content for you right here. The thrills and spills of crafting in the Elder Scrolls Online. Libra, I have 4 mil. I mean, it's plenty, right? For so many things. Cyborg, character knowledge is another good addition to inventory insight. Shows what character knows what. I think I might have that one. I think it's Trait Buddy. that I have. But yeah, basically the same thing. But yeah, good shout, Cyborg. Thank you. But order went Telvar farming a few nights ago. 80k Telvar in one night. That's pretty good. How many hours? Like 2 hours? 80k in a couple of hours is very good. But it's so quiet these days. Unless you get unlucky and when you've got like 20k on you and you just get ganked suddenly out of nowhere. That can happen. It's really not that difficult to go and just requires a bit of confidence and application. Lose or draw, what's the strategy for getting that much gold? Just play the game, honestly. You play the game. I do writs as well. You make a lot of gold out of writs. Specifically the surveys that writs generate. And then you do the surveys, you sell the materials. Make a lot of money out of that. But honestly, whenever I do a set of dungeons, like a couple of rounds of pledges or just a few runs in a place to practice, I'm staggered at my character's gold balance by the time we're done. We're talking like a couple of hours of dungeoning, and you've made several hundred grand's worth. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but you could easily make 100k at the end of something like that in terms of materials and all the other stuff. And just straight up gold and undaunted plunder. Trials, obviously. Especially if your groups know what they're doing, you get through them very quickly, generate a huge amount of gold, jewelry, undaunted plunder. And again, just gold and materials from every trash pull, every boss. Not to mention XP. The grinding in this game is in many ways like people are welcome to do whatever they want. That's funny. Look at this. Just the visuals there because they're using the Colopi essence. I guess that's the scarecrow, the purple scarecrow. Yeah. Fun stuff. I thought it was a bug at first, but then you see the flies. The little fragment, the little particle effects. That's why grinding in ESO is, unless you are like, I don't know, a console transfer, and you are used to being at this level, you know, very nice. You got a lot of CPs to play with, a lot of gold, a lot of gear. Then I understand. You know, just get some mates together, grind me the fuck back to where I'm used to being. Thank you very much. But grinding in ESO is kind of the worst idea because it's so easy to get XP and gold and everything that you need just by playing the game for fun, not for, you know, not for the grind. And they designed it well in that regard, I think. I certainly appreciate it because I'm not really one of those people who gets a lot out of a grind. I just don't dig it. Get bored. It's not why I installed the game. It's not why I booted up the game today. I'll do it if I absolutely have to, but I'm thankful that in ESO, it's actually pretty rare that I have to. Right. Man, this visual bug sucks. I'm just gonna put on the skeleton poly. The Bone Man doesn't work, does it? No. It's just the OG. Sad. Sad times, man. Yeah, it sounds silly maybe, but don't spend it on silly stuff. I mean, that's also true. Like, don't spend it on carries and stuff like that, I guess most means. And Erin, one ring to rule them all. I don't know why I did that voice, but whatever. For me, it's doing a lot of crafting, 20 characters, daily writs with all of them. Yeah, don't recall when as a group killed the bosses after taking the district. Oh, so you were with a group, alright. Oh, then, yeah, 80k makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to get a group together, and it doesn't have to be a big group, I'm talking like 3 people. You're likely to be able to get away from or kill most encounters that you run into. Unless there's a very big group or like 4 or 5 very sweaty PvPers who are in there to farm people. and who just won't let you get away. Because that's the game for them. That can happen. Moose, also, back in the day, you could sell one Tempering Ala for 25k. Did lots of farming back then. Yeah, I really miss... I don't know what that is a symptom of. I guess it's just mad inflation, isn't it? That got it up to that level. And then what's the reason they've gone down so much? Because all materials are worth jack shit nowadays. So it was easier to make gold than it is now. Can't agree about grinding versus fun. Just think of major skill line progression. I don't agree. It takes so little time. And that's one example. I'm talking about the entire game. The place where I would definitely agree with you, this sucks, this is not fun, this is just a pain in my ass, is the Sijic... not the story itself, but this. You know, progressing Sijic to 10, I've done it 20 times, guys. I've never bought it, always did it. And it only takes an hour and 40, 2 hours. Maybe if you have a buddy you can do it with. It's actually pretty fast, but I hate it. It's just straight up not fun. You have to do something else that is fun, like putting on some music or hanging out in voice, just to like take the edge off doing it. So Cyborg, yeah, I'm with you. It's not all the way. But generally, I think that's totally defensible that the game is fine for grinding, like picking up sky shards and stuff. I don't know, I guess that's a personal take. Some people say that the horse thing is a grind. I don't think it is. It's like 20 seconds out of your day per character. So it doesn't take very long in terms of your time. Because most of the time you spend on it is not in-game. You know, it's like the research, trait research. It's a chase. And I don't mind those kind of things so much. But yeah, when you're new and when you're in a hurry, or if you are a console transfer, that stuff's gotta suck. So have they got it right everywhere? No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting Zos hit the perfect balance in every regard. Forget about it. Moose, I stopped selling like 4 years ago, so it's not worth the effort anymore. Wow. You think so? Kill, loot, rinse, repeat. Yeah. Basically. Especially dungeons, trials, stuff like that. And the Schnacks is here. Hello, how you doing? Likes to play catch. Thank you so much for the prime sub, man. Whoop. Hey, thank you very much. Do you need any help with farming anything today? Do let me know. We're both here. Let's go. And that goes for any of you, by the way, if anyone wants to do anything. Or if you don't want to be in the dungeon, but you just want to see it done. I'm sure we can rustle together a group. And hey, Righty G, tried ESO a couple of times, you could never get into it to tickle my Morrowind itch. Your characters look cool though, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, alright, shall we do it, guys? Shall we be a little bit mean? Let's see if RITG's Morrowind itch can be tickled. I'm very vulnerable to tangents, RYTG. I'm just gonna call you Rai. Hope that's alright. Okay. I mean, this got me. This is one of the reasons I started playing ESO a bit more. Just in the run-up to the pandemic, my wife and I started playing it together. Man, the skeleton with that dancer personality looks so stupid. But yeah, Vivek, under construction, baby. There's Red Mountain. Unfortunately, the ordinators in this game, when you stop and talk to them, they don't say, "We're watching you, scum." Which breaks my heart a little bit, that they don't. They're so polite. Morrowind was an amazing game in in the way that it treated you like shit. You know, initially, they give you that tutorial, then they just send you out into the wild. They kick you out the door into the cold, like a dog that's thrown out the house into the back garden or whatever. And so off you go. And almost everywhere you go, people are so horrible to you. They want nothing to do with you, especially the Dunmer. You NY! Yeah, exactly. Arcade Fires. Why does this game have sexy skeletons? It's a dumb personality that I put on because I don't have one of my own. But yeah, there we go. Shake those hip bones, girl.
Please, Vivek.
I mean, this is one of the one concessions I made. I have a couple of quote-unquote Barbie doll type characters. I don't want to be that guy who just makes a pretty elf with giant boobs every time. But I did make my Magden's. She's kind of cute. And my Magplar as well. They're quite generic looking. I think it's okay. It's okay to have one or two. Especially if you've got 20 characters. And most of them are burly dudes. What does that say about me, I wonder? Who knows? It's a mystery. Cooper Harley saying Sidgic, Excavation, Scrying, Mages Guild, etc. all suck. I actually agree. Excavation and Scrying at least only needs to be done once, but I agree. Like I said, I've never found the Mages Guild to be that bad. It's a bit of a sigh, roll your eyes moment. But yeah, I will just take it. I'm not going to argue that point. I don't disagree with you and Cyborg sufficiently to like plant my flag on that hill. Yeah, the Bone Polymorph is free from a Shadowfen quest, exactly. It's specifically, you can go straight there, I think, and not do any of the intervening stuff. You go straight to Stillrise Village. And if you just skip through everything, it'll probably take you 15-20 minutes to get it done. But hey, Rai, what do you think? Vivek, actually, will he be here? This character hasn't done the quest, so he's not here. But Vivek is here. Normally. You can go and chat to him. And spoiler alert, there's a bit where Bar Dow, because you'll notice that's very high up. It's Rai's downloading the launcher now. Oh shit, that was easy. There's a bit in the story where Bar Dow comes closer. It's quite scary. That's very cool. I actually have. It's so fun. I progressed to that point in the quest one time to get some footage for YouTube. And that character, because it wasn't my main character, I've just left that part of the story exactly as it is. So every time he goes to Vivek City, the meteors, the moonlit is like crashing into the temple. Very scary, very cool. Right, what else do we got? I think Vivek was one example. This might be a better one. So there's a content creator who, I think he sold his stuff to some AI company a while back, but a guy called Deltia's Gaming, and he played a lot of Morrowind when he was in the military, stationed in either Iraq or Afghanistan, I can't remember. And when this DLC came out for the Elder Scrolls Online, we're talking about the OG Morrowind he used to play way back in like 2004 or whatever. So I guess Iraq, probably. And when this came out, he was streaming the Elder Scrolls Online, and he said he had a bit of a sort of PTSD trigger from arriving here in ESO. He was on stream, he wasn't expecting anything, but he had a little moment when he stepped off the boat, because originally the tutorial drops you off here. And that is like, they don't do a huge amount of just straight up fan service. I feel like in ESO they're generally fairly classy and restrained about that. But the fact that Seydanin, despite it being thatched like wooden homes, there's no way 800 years later it would be the same. But they just decided to recreate it. Almost every rock and tree is identical. Sick. Obviously, this isn't enough. You know, the game has to be good. But when this game is good, I think it's very, very good. One of my favorites. But yeah, there is a recurring theme about it. Like, It has so much potential. And as I've said a couple of times today, it does that thing where it walks right up to the line of being like slam dunk crazy awesome. Then it takes a few steps back and it's just content with being really good most of the time. So, but yeah, Arcade Fires, you ask an important question. Why does the game have sexy skeletons? Hey guys, it's Maya! It's Maya here in chat. How you doing? Maya, can you hear us? Can you hear me? And Cooper Harley also saying mount training up being account-wide is also dumb. It's not difficult, but it's dumb and unnecessary. Feels like it just drives you to the crown store. Maybe that you just put your finger on it there. Again, it never bothered me. It was just a thing that I would do just before I logged off my character. But like, yeah, you're not the only one. Like, I've heard Lucht has a real bee in his bonnet about that mount training system. I guess Maya can't hear us. Oh no, she can! She can, there we go. Hey Maya, how's it going? Are the Christmas vibes kicking off? It's now like 26th of November. Thanksgiving tomorrow. How exciting. Oh, we don't celebrate that in the UK, obviously, but Balmora, they went a little bit bigger with it. But it was still like if you never played the OG Morrowind back from 2002, wow. I played it a few years later. And I was still, like, I still very much had my head up my ass when it came to video games. I knew that there was an interest there, but I wasn't like, I would never have described myself as a quote-unquote gamer. But Morrowind and Knights of the Old Republic really turned me around. They suddenly convinced me that games could do things I'd just not seen before, I hadn't thought of before. And those two games, probably more than any others, really really sold me on the whole art form, whatever you want to call it, that whole medium, you know? And Lorinda, hi! Hello, everyone! Schnacks would love to run something, but you're always streaming while I'm working. Well, eventually we'll be taking some of these into the evening time. Schnacks, that's the thing that's going to happen. And, everyone was so below to get the add-on which ports you to Cyrilla with one button press, run boss trains above ground in IC, and keep the Telvar building up for higher modifier. Yep, top bosses are the best way to farm Telvar, and be on a good enough tune that can stay alive for about 20 seconds to port you out of danger. Yeah, an add-on that ports you instantly to Zero is a really good idea, actually. I'm surprised I haven't installed that. Choose an IC campaign which is not heavily populated, so the boss train isn't disturbed a lot. Yeah, the problem is, the more we repeat this stuff, the more people will do it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's solid advice. In case anyone's wondering, wow, how'd you get that much Telvar? Also, don't be afraid to kill other players. Like if someone is running around with what's it called, Imperial Physique or whatever that set is, and you see the effect, fuck it, go for it. Or if you see someone with a tantalizingly low health bar, you can get screwed. Sometimes they'll be really good and they're just running, you know, 24k HP to entice people. But usually if someone's under 25k health, they're a squishy target and you'll probably get a very easy kill, and sometimes they'll be carrying thousands of Telvar. And that is the fastest way, ultimately. You can't guarantee it, but if it works, you'll usually take 2 seconds to kill them and you'll make like 8k from just a few seconds work. It happens a lot. And it's not mean. That's what you're supposed to do in a PvP zone. I mean, if someone's obviously questing, or if you've already killed them once and you see them coming back to the same place to deliver a quest, maybe leave them alone. You know, grief people. But yeah, it's a free-for-all. And can't be like, okay, Schnacks has started to work. Time to start streaming. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dark Man, the best quote from Morrowind by random NPCs is, what do you scum? What do you scum? We don't count main story characters. Schnacks, maybe I need to find a wife who brings in the money too. Yeah. Or what do you want, scum? Yeah. But Lord, I'm female, got 20 female characters. Some could be a really nice crush. Stupid brain. Lose or try to don't mind the grind to find it relaxing. Yeah, there we go. There's it's definitely part of it. That's part of MMO design, is that there's got to be a chase in there. Devs tend to call it chase, or at least Zos like to use that word. We call it a grind. I think that's fair enough. I often watch someone stream while I play and grind. Yeah, makes sense. If there are things like that that I have to do. What's Maya saying? Not a lot. It's cold. That's about it. And Erin saying can relate to Deltia. Not really PTSD, not really in games, but when I listen to music that I used to listen to, sometimes I get flashbacks of times when I originally used to listen to it. Oh yeah, that's completely normal, but I guess what he wasn't expecting was the trauma of being stationed in a war zone, effectively. Even if nothing directly awful happens to you or those immediately around you, which honestly is quite likely, but even if none of that happens, just the tension. It's something I have never experienced and struggle to even imagine. But yeah, flavors, music, films, there are all sorts of things that can seemingly randomly, trigger a very rich memory flashback. All sorts of things happen. Flavor and smell are famously very, very powerful triggers for this. I would say a very weird experience. My uncle in Denmark used to work for a candy company, very big, like international conglomerate. I won't say who. And in Denmark, they sold a lot of chewing gum. Danes love their chewing gum. And he used to give us like loads of free samples, which when you're like 9 years old or whatever, that's just like the greatest thing ever. So yeah, we used to get a lot of that. What am I making? A couple of poison ones. And one summer, I remember I tried a cherry-flavored chewing gum, and I suddenly had like vivid flashbacks of Batman Returns. You know, the one with Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I was like, why am I thinking about this movie? Why am I picturing Christopher Walken in a big white fluffy wig? And it was because that had been one of those summers when I was a kid when we'd been given a shitload of chewing gum, and my sister and I had obviously just sat down and just, I don't know, popped a load of chewing gum on cooldown, like chain chewing gum or whatever. So this like cherry flavored, it was crazy. It's the ultimate example of that I always think of, because it's a very specific flavor, one that I hadn't touched since. And those Tim Burton Batman films are very weird and unique looking as well. So yeah, it's funny how things can come rushing back, and it really feels that way. Yeah, and music is a good one as well. Totally get it. Valora once queued for Syrah because we were getting bored of 2 players who wouldn't let go of us. Yeah, that sucks. They weren't able to kill us, and we weren't able to kill them. Gets kind of boring. Yeah, usually when that happens, we like walk away, but sometimes the other people don't let you go. They just keep trying. And yeah, that's when it becomes a pain in the ass. Beerswalk 40k Tilvar in a single kill. Yeah, that's more than I've ever got. I think like 15 or something is the most I've seen. And that was I was with I don't know if you know Praetorian and Sasha Gunbro. It's likely that you do, but yeah, I was with those two. We were in the Imperial sewers next to Molag Bal. We'd just killed him, and there were like 3 AD players or something hanging around. We thought, oh, we see him, we're gonna move away. Unfortunately, one of them spotted us, and we were trying to get the fuck away from them, but they attacked. And it was 3 against 3, but we managed to kill them. It was probably nothing to do with me, to be honest, but yeah, they each had an absolute motherload of Talvar on. They're like 50k each or something insane like that. So each of us, even though it was split split in half, and then cut 3 ways. An absurd amount. Very fun. Yeah, Morrowind is base game now. Yes! I don't know if Warden is. Is Warden also base game? I guess it is, yeah. Dark metal, I call it an addiction. I can stop when I want. I was keeping 50k on me because no one is there who's able to kill us. Yeah, I like it. Moose, they also base pop the devs. Yeah, they're wrong about many things, yeah. Maya wants that hot tea. Rooibosh tea, nice. And no fear, yeah, I guess it is now. I mean, easy way to find out, isn't it? So class. Well, hang on. Well, that would suggest Warden is not base game, it's just Morrowind. Let's just check that one. Because I seem to remember when that happened, Warden was not included. But I'm happy to be corrected, but the fact that it is still there in the Crown Store for crowns suggests that nope, maybe not. Yeah, when are they going to continue adding stuff to the base game like that? Interesting that I feel like they started doing it and they've kind of stopped with that pipeline. A South African's go-to tea? Is that rooibosh, is it? Nice. Love it so much, might even be addicted. Fair enough. But Lord went grocery shopping on Monday. They went out of cinnamon because of Christmas baking. Well, yeah, in Germany, got to get those Lebkuchen on the go. How much cinnamon goes into a batch of Lebkuchen? Am I even saying that right? The ones we get here are so fucking weak sauce. Like you go to a market in Denmark, Germany, or Czech Republic, like in Prague, they love their Christmas markets there. And they're so much better. Slightly embarrassing. Alright, well let's see if we can sustain with max Magica food. Actually, which mothers is probably okay to use? We don't have a source of... No, we do. We've got everything covered, so we can use try stats. Sweet. This is cool. This is handy. Zdenya, thank you again for asking. This gives me a good excuse to update this character who's a little bit behind the times. Appreciate it. Yeah, Warden not sent to Crown Store years ago. That's what they did with other classes. It's in the Crown Store. If you own the old base game version, you'll still need to buy it, I see. Yeah, Warden isn't free, it's DLC. If you buy ESO base game now, Warden is included. So it wouldn't show up for you in the Crown Store if you already have it. Seems strange, though, to put it there and not, like, say that it is, you know, like a little warning. By the way, if you just upgrade your game to the latest, this is included. I don't know, I think that would be a solid move. Then again, I also think that, oh, what is it? I always say this. This, stuff like this. These should all have a warning on them. This is available in-game. No matter how much it's reduced, never going to be worth it. Obviously, there's also not going to put that on there, but I don't know, like that health warning you get on the pack of cigarettes, I think there should be an equivalent, just red text right here, available, also available in-game, or also earnable in-game. I don't know. I think that just seems... It just seems like common courtesy to do it that way. Christmas market in my city is so famous that the Dutch will come here for it. Ah, that's a shame. Dark Metal in the Netherlands, we have a cookie called Speculaas, hard and soft. Nice. And you see it everywhere. I think I've heard of that, yeah. Have to make it every day, a different variant now. Wow. I see. Yeah, what you really mean is, thank you. Isn't that what I said? Sorry, if I didn't. But yeah, we can switch up our potions here. And just have a quick go, just to see if it sustains. Oh, wrong enchantments. I'm not going to do a proper DPS test. No one can be bothered with that. Just a quick around the horn to see if it will actually work. Should do. Dark metal, but calm. We don't want to grind for motifs, especially if I can support an indie game with it. Well, you do what you like, obviously. I'm not going to tell anyone not to buy them. I'm just going to say, be aware that they are earnable in-game. I think that is... that'd be a little addition. Because Zos aren't trying to scam anyone with this, but the truth is, people often do buy these without realizing that they are available in the... just like earnable in-game. Stam is a bit rough. That seems okay. Damage is shit, but that's just... yeah, that's just for reasons. I mean, what? I'm running the Thief. She's a vampire for some reason. Is she in PvP mode? What's going on? CPs aren't right, but the sustain definitely works. So there we go. You could tell your mate to run that. Like, that's definitely going to work. I think there's enough cleave in there between the escalating Runeblade's explosion, the Dread, and the assault. Sub-assault, that should be enough cleave, and the ult, you get a little bit of cleave from Fulminating Stampede and Scalding Rune as well. Let me give you a screenshot if you want to... oh, fuck that, no. Let me put the correct CPs on first. Master at Arms is probably right. I would say Deadly Aim is going to be the way to go there. Everything else is probably correct. I'm surprised the DPS isn't higher. But yeah, Zdenya, you wanna grab a screenshot of that? And just tell him that the gear doesn't matter. Because it really doesn't. I just went with whatever. Ansul, Nalaka. Because they kind of work everywhere. Like, Nalaka's obviously more of a single target-ish type set, but I keep using it in trash and it really slaps. So there we go. That took like half an hour. It's an interesting thing, and yeah, and it gives me an excuse to use some of the transmutes I have built up. So anyway, right, who wants to do some dungeons? Has anybody got any requests? Either stuff you want to see, or a dungeon that you would like to do? And hey, Fred Cheese, Discord. Already a butt can? Yeah, exactly. Oh, wrong character. Balls. Dark Metal, I jest. Warning would be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Dark Metal used to buy those on Xbox if I had enough crowns. Maya bought one. Probably told that story before. Maya bought the Fang Lair motif. Because she was like, oh man, this one is cool. And we'd seen that dungeon. We'd probably only been there on normal at that point. And it arrived in the Crown store. We didn't know how this worked. We didn't know that that meant... oh, it's now available just by doing the dungeon. In which case we would have realized, oh, well, give it a few weeks and we can probably do that. Maybe a couple of months. And we can just get the set for nothing. But no. She blew a load of crowns on it and then thought, well, that's like... That's quite a lot in terms of euros or dollars or pounds that I just spent completely wasted on something. I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way, for sure. A lot of gingerbread filled with jam and glazed with chocolate. My guilty pleasure. Where did that come from? Thanks, Aaron, for that emote again. Dig it. But Lord, I have stamp sustain his shit, use merciless. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. But actually, it was just the opening, you know, the pre-buff and all of the stuff in there. Alright, so what are we doing now with... We're down to 725. That means I can open some of this shit. I have a lot of geodes I can open. That should be, yeah, a couple more. I'll leave it at. Actually, I'll leave it at 950 because I've got a ton of trial coffers I should open as well. Kidding, gingerbread with jam sounds lush. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, not bad. And likes to play catch. Hello, right, sorry I'm here officially now. I forgot my appointment with my shrink at 11:15 and it went on way too long. No worries, welcome back. Wishing you good mental health. Xenia, thanks man, really appreciate it anytime. A normal fungal grotto. Dark Meadow, you want to see that? Alright, let's go. Got a lot of ass shaking emotes, haven't you? Yeah, just enough, just enough. Yeah, Aaron loves that shit. I mean, who doesn't? I got into a weird exchange with one of my buddies the other day. He said something about, you know, that's a long ass, whatever it was. And then I sent him a gif of a long ass, and it started an exchange which may have gone on longer than it should have. Just butt gifs. Some of them pretty nice. Like, distractingly nice. So, okay, now I need to type something so that scrolls off my screen. Seriously though, guys, who actually wants to do a dungeon? We could do pledges, we can go and get a monster set, we can go and get Aegis Caller for likes to play catch. And yes, that is how you pronounce it. I think you say Aegis as well. But, you know, the Aegean Sea. At least that's the wrong target. God damn it. It happens. Everyone can do pledges. AG is, yeah. These guys suck at stacking. So let's see if I can bring them together a little bit. There's absolutely no need to ult there. It just... How could I not? So satisfying. Let's have a look. The graph is just fucked. 500,000 damage. No. What? That's bullshit. A long ass, you say? Yeah, exactly. It was an interesting discussion. Schnacks in like 3 hours. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Always a delight to run dungeons or any content with you. To be fair, whether it's PvP or trials or whatever. I downloaded a UI add-on. I've seen unit frames used in a few add-ons now, but I don't get what it means. Oh, we're talking about that. You see that health bar that appears when I'm looking at him? And on the right, that's the crutch alerts version. You know what? I don't know that I need crutch alerts on this character. Oh, fuck it. I'll leave it on. Jester might want me to have it for Gomez. I can't remember. I don't normally use crutch alerts, but I have it installed because some raid leads ask the group to use the markers or whatever. And then I can activate it just per that character. Oh, an unnecessary flail. That was a shame. Actually, it was fair enough ulting that trash pull, because thanks to Hole's Harvest, thanks to Soul Harvest, it was ready again, almost. Aegis pronounced same as G. Well, go and talk to the NPCs at Kind's Aegis, and you'll hear them say Aegis. But yeah, it depends. Like, if we had Vezok here, we could ask him about the original Greek pronunciation and everything, but no one says the Aegean Sea. They say the Aegean Sea. So, as long as it's consistent, I don't really mind. It's definitely not Kind's Aegis. Like, no. I'm not having that. We aren't speaking Greek. Yeah, but it is a Greek word, dude. That's the point. But it isn't... It's not a foolproof way to look at it. Like, there are plenty of Latin origin words that we don't... You know, we don't follow... We don't necessarily follow, you know, how the ancient Romans would have pronounced that. But yeah, that should be it. Moose, the unit frame thing. So in LUI, for example, it's all about my health bar, my group's health bars, you know, how they appear. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. Unit frames. Jod. Yeah, exactly. If you want to do pledges, I might want a tank to get in some more practice. Nice. BMR, I'll be up for dungeons or trials on the NA server. Ah, no. Hey, Treachery God, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's get going. Yeah, I'm down with whatever, especially if it helps someone. So please, don't think it's cheeky or selfish to ask for a specific dungeon if you need the gear. Like, I'm thinking, the reason I mentioned Aegis in the first place, or Aegis, or Aegis, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Aegis Caller, that set, it is one of the sets that, Likes to Play Catch does not have. So we thought, fuck it. We can go and get it. Wow. Soul Harvest is so good in places like that. All those little crabs. I was just about to ult, and then I had 300 ult. So it went from 160 something to 300 in a matter of seconds. That's crazy. So strong. Thank you, Treachery God. Really appreciate the Prime sub. That's very kind. Thank you for choosing to spend it here with us. Maya and I really do appreciate that. Most otherwise we have to change every word's pronunciation. Yeah, exactly. If you want to be like a stickler. But it's like Wrath and Wrath. Both are fine. I think Wrath is more correct, but Roth sounds cooler, so I say it. I tend to say Roth with a deeper A sound, if that's the right word. Not the brighter, flat A sound. But yeah, as long as we're not all just making shit up. Like, I used to work with a guy whose pet peeve was when the meaning of a word would change because people were using it wrong. And eventually, you know, because language is correct through usage, ultimately. So things like, what was the bee in his bonnet? You know, the things that literally and all that, but particularly refute. Because to refute something is to convincingly demonstrate that it is wrong. You know, to disprove. Not quite, but more or less that's what it means. But people use it to, I disagree with that. I refute that. Well, no, you don't. You can't just say, I disprove that. And it used to drive him crazy because it's the kind of thing that people who thought they were intelligent or educated would do. It's a very dangerous thing to think that one is educated or smart, because usually the opposite is true. Or we just end up revealing that, hey, Lubosh, how's it going? Welcome on in. Schnack's Greek is so funny. If you can say thank you, you've basically mastered pronunciation. Yeah, I've spent very little time in Greece, like probably less than a month in my entire life. And last time I was there, we did not speak a lot of Greek, actually, because I was there with Maya's family. So we tended to just hang out. Well, Belorda wants to tank. Let's throw an invite. And Erin saying, all this problem because English is a dumb language with no proper alphabets or umlauts to specify how sound is supposed to be made. I mean, English is a crazy language because it's just a complete mongrel of a language. It's a total mix. Lubosh, doing good? Nice. Moose, I don't correct Brits or Americans when they use smorgasbord and butcher how it's originally said. That'd be insane. Yeah, it's different though. It's when it's a loan word like that, I think you should approximate how it's said. But they also use it wrong. Like, I don't know how that became... Yeah, it's very irritating. The way it's the entire smorgasbord. Do you even know what that is? Why not just say it's a plethora or something, which is actually a word in your language? Very strange. Of all the loan words, very, very strange. Like borrowing the word for umlaut or schadenfreude. You know, that makes total sense. We have nothing like that as a signifier in English, but yeah. Cyborg, I'm that guy. Hey, don't cherish Soul Harvest too much, it'll get nerfed. It's situational though. How many times do you murder a crap ton of tiny ads in like a second like that? Just gaining over 100 ult in 1 second. It's just lovely when that happens. You have to say, Soul Harvest is too weak. It needs a buff. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Siri? Aaron, they'll probably go and nerf some super niche set like Tormentor that 3 people use than actually touching Soul Harvest. Yeah, right, who's coming with us? So far we've just got a tank and a DD. Likes to play catch. Did it show my sub earlier? I think it did, yeah. I may have, yeah, it did. Whoop whoop. You said? Hey, there's Erin. Likes to play catch. You coming? Or are you chilling? Honestly, you could just AFK your way through the dungeon if we do an Hallowed Grave, and we'll give you the Aegis Caller at the end. We have a tank, Lubosh, thank you very much. I was just doing whatever. I wanted to do Unhallowed Grave, specifically for likes to play catch, but if catch isn't available to join, we could do whatever people want to do. They always nerf nice things Nightblades get. Yeah, that's true. Ain't that the fucking truth? Yes, please use EU in English. Yeah. Schadenfreude, best word, is a great word. It is a great word. I don't know how common it is, but there's a bit in I think it's the Big Bang Theory where Sheldon is trying to describe the feeling of when that crushing feeling when you realize that the world is not the way it ought to be or that you think it is. That's when something's really unfair, and he calls it Weltschmerz, and that's not a term I've ever heard a German use, but the joke is made that what a great language. Germans are such a thoughtful, caring people. Most English should have a word for Schadenfreude because it's such a good feeling. I think it's popular enough now that that is the word. And we're not like Iceland or France that we need to have like a language college that comes up with tortured native versions of things. I mean, what would even be a native version? There's no such thing. Anglo-Saxon, Latin, French. Yikes. We're not full, Lubosh. I'm still waiting for Likes to play catch to see if he's coming. Likes to play catch has a lot on his plate, so should we revisit that idea? And yeah, Lubosh, if you want to send me an invite, or oh, he is coming? Yeah, Lubosh, if you want to plus up to me, it's TheKaan at the Khan. But we might need a healer. Yeah, DD will be fine. I guess I can relog to healer if we decide we need it. Or I can I think this guy's got a bunch of healing sets already. It's probably fucking Rojo. Oh no, I overwrote them all. I think I do have some healing sets on this guy though. Yeah, Yorvald. A Rojo healer in a dungeon, let's go. Yeah, I gotcha. He's coming alright. I was hanging out in Skinny's chat. I think this is just after 10 Fest. And Skinny Cheeks was streaming and some guy just dropped in. Say, hey, I'm interested in ESO and what's up? And they were talking to chat and Skinny was AFK. Skinny comes back, sits down with a very satisfied smile on his face. And this guy types in chat, did he just goon? And Skinny being, love him, but not being down with the kids to the extent that, someone like me, obviously, who's super up to date with all of this shit, he wasn't sure what that meant. Is that something bad? Like what? And the guy started making fun and said, oh yeah, cheers, all right, nuncle, or whatever. If you need it explained. And he straight up banned the guy from his chat. He just banned him from his Twitch channel. Because he wasn't sure what it meant and assumed the worst. But that was very funny. Probably some teenager. It wasn't accustomed to the idea that anyone other than their parents is not using the latest brain rot chat. Goon as in villain goon. Oh, so you don't know what it means either. It means what you were just talking about. To nut. Well, it's not exclusively that. It's that sort of... Oh, you do know. You're just messing with me. So I think everyone knows now, but like a few months back, it was still... I don't know. I guess there were still people who hadn't quite heard it in that context. Alright, I will switch to fake healer. Shocking. And, hey, Belorda, what do you want to do? You're tanking. Where shall we go? If someone used it during the act, please, no. Yeah, I don't think it refers to that. That's the thing. It's more specifically... Whatever. Let's change the subject. Well, we were going to do Unhallowed for a friend, but he's not here. He's not in the group. And if he's on in a minute and wants to do it, I'd rather do something else. And since Belorda wanted some practice tanking, any DLC dungeon is fine. Alright, what should we do? What's the cruelest place we can make Belorda tank? I'm actually on a pretty good setup for like 3DD runs. Or should I change? Yeah, maybe I should change it first. So... There we go. Any requests, guys? Dark, when I bro fake heals won't get you kicked from the group. I'll heal on a low level, I might add and get kicked. Oh, the misery. Guess DD is the ultimate role. Don't want to get kicked while on fake heals? Be group leader. Yeah, exactly. Come on, guys. Let's... I know you're out there. Which dungeon are we doing? Belorda's tanking. Let's give her something a little bit spicy. Oh, we could just do the new ones on plain vet, right? Stone Garden. Yeah, I was just thinking of that, Eggverds. Lepsiclusa, it's not that bad on plain veteran, though. That's the thing. Should we do Lepsiclusa hard mode? Yeah, fuck it, let's try it. I think the queue is fucked. God damn it. Oh! Someone doesn't have the DLC for that activity. Let's go Stone Garden then. No, someone doesn't have the DLC. Did someone's ESO Plus run out? Oh no! We can't do any of the DLCs. What else then? No, that's alright, Luwash, no worries. We definitely want to do a DLC dungeon, so what does that leave us with? Which DLCs do you have? Balsanar, also a fun one. No, that's not going to work. Could we do Scalecaller Peak? That's not really going to give Belorda much practice, but yeah, fuck it, let's go. That's a really good dungeon. And it'll be easy. Coral Eerie Schnacks. I was thinking of that, yeah. Well, once likes to play catches back or someone else wants to jump in, we can do all the DLCs we want. For now, this is one of the few DLCs that seems to be available to this particular configuration. Hey, kill 5 beasts. Good choice. I will have my loot. That's a real suffer, you think? What we need are trash balls that allow you to actually, well, for a start, loot. It really triggers me. Anyone else get that? The target is out of range. I can loot the barrel, but not the ogre. Trash balls that allow you to loot, but also that will allow you to, like, build crux before they die. Because I'm constantly... Erin WTF. Should we ult the middle guy? Let's not ult the first one. We'll just push him, and then we go to the middle before he dies, and nuke the middle guy. That should work. Yeah, I hate that so much. First person works sometimes, okay. And I just did the opposite of what I suggested. Oh my god. I mean, it's not even worth strategizing, is it? Absolutely ridiculous. I noticed that blocking and bar swapping sometimes works. Usually just, if you just move around, it starts working, but not that time. And it's not a big deal. What has he got on him? You know, like 5 gold. 15 gold in this case. I mean, it didn't matter anyway, did it? But yeah. But yeah, top tier tanking there. But Lord, we've got a triple T in the house. In fact, Tibbity top tier tanking. Quadruple. And I have my ult, which is good. And straight to beam, I think. Ridiculous. 1 Fate Carver, 1 Radiant, done. I mean, that even with 2 DDs, that fight is has been nukeable for a long time. But with 3 DDs plus subclassing and all the power creep that we've had recently, I dread to think what an actual optimized group rather than a pug like this can even do in these dungeons now. I bet it's absolutely stupid. Thing is, I only do these old ones for a giggle now. So I never really get to see... I'll do the newest dungeons with an optimized, you know, optimized group. But if I ever make it into these older ones, it's just for fun, like we're doing now. Nice. Ben even got to do the execute beam. Sag. Coral Erin. I just saw that. As soon as the blocking and bar swapping, say middle, yeah. You should try morphing with it and become one. And become an eldritch horror. Jesus. Eldritch, what a great word. Do you know that it's actually pronounced Aegis? I was gonna say nobody killed the deer, but then Lubosh killed it. Mai used to get upset with one of our DDs every time we were in here, because he would always zap the deer. Poor Rudolph. I got rooted. And not in a fun way. Not in a kinky way. Man, I can't believe this is even veteran. That's silly. I'm still not used to the game being this trivial. It's like, jokes aside, I'm a little bit fed up that they just do nothing about it year after year. I do think they should, even if they aren't going to do anything right away, I think it would be nice to get a communique on it. Look, we understand. Because all we're left to do is kind of infer that, yes, Mike Finnegan and his team are aware that the combat team is pushing power creep to unsustainable levels. But the only reason we really know about that is the fact that Rich Lambert mentioned it obliquely during the subclassing reveals. Like, yes, you know, the first thing that happened was that Mike and his team came to us and said, please don't break our trials. Please don't break all the content we've made over years. Truth is, already broken, most of it, long ago, and this will just shatter it, you know. And Rich, you know, you guys will remember, he said, yeah, well, you know, there will be some power creep, but we're fine with it, and that was heavily mocked after subclassing hit PTS, and we realized how much power we were getting. Right, time for an ult and a beam. It's quite fun just to practice your rotations, but do you know what I mean? The actual challenge, I wouldn't say all the fun has gone out of it. That's definitely not true. At least not for me. But even guys like Hack the Minotaur, who these days doesn't have as much time for ESO as he used to, honestly, I don't know if he still plays. We gotta try the hard mode. We can always bail. Oh dear. Rudolph is sick. Look at its nose. Put it out of its misery. So, Belorda is going to bring everything to the Nereid, or the Laminid, sorry. I don't know what the difference is, but this is a Laminid. Get it right? Get it right, Khan. And then we ult on that, I guess, and hope that Zahn takes as much damage as possible. I will take... Who's taking what? Erin's going to take the pool. Brul's got the beam. Lubosh, which one do you want? I'll take the stone if you take the ice. And Erin takes the pool then. Hey, Tedmeister, how's it going? Don't forget the banner. Good for tank training. Schnex, I agree. There's not much point in having everything scale when older content is extremely easy anyway. Yeah. Alright. I think we're ready. Oh, I'm getting the shield. Okay. I'll take the shield. A shield! So then... Yeah, I guess Lubosh on ice, Erin in the pool. Hey, thank you for the follow. Belorda doing her best to follow me with that fucking AoE. And it should be ice time. Oh no! We really shouldn't push her, but fuck it. I'm gonna be a troll. Oh no, 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 that's not good. Oh, this is perfect. I can actually res during the mechanic. Please don't do breath in the middle. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I can res. I can res. I love this dungeon. So, apologies to those who don't know this hard mode really well. I'm guessing most of you do, and you can see exactly how everything is going wrong and where. That's one of the things I love about this dungeon. It is aged so well. The power creep has only enhanced the ways in which you can make your life difficult in here. Big fun. Ryan's looking to come back to Easter, but this damage looks stupid. It is a bit. They're giving us a higher difficulty next year in Overworld, and we are assuming, but we don't know, to be fair, that Dungeons and Trials will be next. But yeah, it's got to the point where it's not just a problem, like an issue for late game people. It's actually a problem for the game. I'll kill the 2 ads, then I'll get the reses, I think. Oh fuck. We pushed it again? Oh, come on, come on, come on. Right, 1 res is in the bag. My shield! Please don't do the middle. I got it just in time. That's perfect. And then we got to be careful because we're right in the middle here. Right, I'm just gonna leave her at 50. We should get... Shouldn't we get Frosties now? I guess not. Man, look at that line. If they'd just been a little bit closer together, how perfect would that have been? How many reses can I get in a single pull? Okay, this might be tricky. Why is everyone dead? Zan just running around after me. Yeah, I'm toast now. Goodbye, cruel world. Alright. Yeah, Ryan, don't worry, it's not all bad as well. Like, the newest content scales to whatever power level we have currently, but that only creates another problem in that there's a huge gap. And newer players who feel like they're getting good at the game, they're starting to crush it, they'll take a step into one of the more recent trials, not perhaps appreciating the difference there, and say, whoa, I'm getting absolutely clapped here, what is going on? Am I bad? And the answer is no, they're not. It's just a bit fucky-wucky.
My lord demands an offering.
A pro tip for the other two DDs, if you can still hear me, stay close to the statues at all times if you can. You have to be right next to them, but and there's one threshold. And that way you can always get out of the breath. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, just in time. Thank you, Valorda. No, it's still tied. That's so funny, we were right next to each other. I get the Inferno Sword and the tank just leaves. Hey, Khan. Fuck you. And then just ghosts. Hey, Maya. Channel your inner Lucht. See, in Danish, Lucht means smell. It's derived from the same, you know, in Dutch it's air, right? Similar to Luft. But yeah, so channel your inner Lucht to a Danish person. It's quite funny. And Tetsuo, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. We just gotta reduce the amount of chaos here, but we got this. That blood altar is so nice, by the way, Valorda. Great idea. Okay, she's already at 70, holy crap. Damn. That shield went far away. What? Should have gone for the tank first, but I just went for whoever was nearby. Okay, so that's how I didn't even think I was damaging the boss. But I guess she was in the... Oh no, Erin. Look at Erin's damage on the boss. Tusk. The boss must have got hit by more of the cleave on the two ads than we thought. But yeah, thank you, Schnacks. Do I need to stand in the pool a bit early or just right on time? Just right on time. Once the mechanic begins. And Gilly-chan saying, yeah, already noticed that in the overworld. I can solo base game world bosses and even some early DLC. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a good point. Yeah. So we lost one. Oh. Then I go to some of the more recent world bosses and just get smushed. Yeah. We've got very lucky with the breath so far, haven't we? Nice. Look at that. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so cruel. Let me see. Can I... Just turn her into a flamethrower, spinning her around. Yeah, I know what you mean, Gilly. It's the same with Trials, but like on a more, you know, sort of times 10. So often I will be able to res if we lose someone. It's not every time. It's if the shield is quite close to a res point, I'll usually be able to get it off straight away, but I'll try every time. Alright, 80 coming up. Sometimes I find it really difficult to see where the hell she's throwing the damn thing. Just in time, nicely done. And there's that synergy. Yeah, that was bad. It looked like the boss was on me for a moment there. I got all panicked. I think Belordo and I were just next to one another. Hey, likes to play catch is back. Yeah, I'm the way with certain bosses at the moment, especially for Velothi lead in Apocrypha. I literally lost about 10 seconds. No way, man! We gotta sort that out. Well, I'll tell you what, when we're done in here, why don't you hop on and we'll do that one together. But yeah, before long you'll be smashing it. Just need the right subclass stuff. And we're off to the races. And also, likes to play catch, we're here because we were waiting for you to come and do some Unhallowed Grave. I know you didn't say that you were available or anything, but we were hoping you might be. But then when you didn't answer, Lubosh very kindly offered to join instead and was like, yeah, let's do some Scale Caller. So that's why we're here. The bow proc is so nice for that phase. Where is she? Okay, there's 1 and 2 and 3. Alright, so we need to chill on the boss from now on. And as I say that, somebody ults. Jesus. Now we should be able to kill her. Is she on me or not? Oh, come on. Shall I res or shall I just finish it? Look at that positioning. Masterful, right? That's the other thing you can do. Either be close to the statues or get on one of those lines so that wherever the breath lands, you're going to be okay. Yeah, but Lorda, I'm sure you noticed. But I stole yours by accident because it was right on top of the... It was right on top of the shield. Ah, there she goes. What a mess. I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I hope you guys did as well. How many storage do I need for ESO base game? It's about 100 gig. Oh, base game. Ooh. I think it downloads the whole thing, even if you don't own the DLCs, even if you don't have access. I think it downloads the whole thing. So I think it's 102. No fear. It's a big old game. Like, when I did Games Fest back in September, we were looking at some of the install sizes. And this, like, Cyberpunk was like 80 something. There was another one that was really huge. Baldur's Gate 3 is the only one that is like way bigger. That's the biggest motherfucker out of all the ones that we were playing. And ESO was in second place. And Gilly Chandler recently tried to solo the Necromancer Argonian world boss in Murkmire. Nearly had him, then I got overwhelmed by his minions. Well, did anyone need anything? Luba, should you need stuff from here? Zan. Yeah, there we go. What did I get? I got a light. Infused. Not the worst. And likes to play catch. Might be able to do a cheeky dungeon. Awesome. Well, let's get on that immediately. Let's go and do that world boss first. I'll just give you everything. Done. Nice one, guys. Right, I'm going to quickly leave this group. And team up with likes to play catch to kill a quick bossy boss. And Joseph McGowan, best build for a beginner. It's tough because the best build requires stuff that a beginner won't necessarily have, but provided you're able to...
I have been expecting you.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. For beginners, there's going to be nothing that puts you under any pressure. But if you're at the point where you're doing dungeons and whatnot, I would recommend... not necessarily exactly this, but what I'm about to equip. I mean, either what I've got right now... Herald of the Tome from the Arcanist, Dawn's Wrath from the... maybe Adric Spear from the Templar instead of Dawn's Wrath, but... and then Assassination from the Nightblade. Or what I'm about to put on here, which is Herald of the Tome from the Arcanist, Assassination from the Nightblade, and Storm Calling from the Sorcerer. Because if beginners are... oh shit, I just overwrote it, didn't I? Oh, I hate that. I hate that there's no confirmation. Oh... how tedious. Sorry, guys. Gonna have to change up my stuff. Likes to play catch. Are you in the game? Throw me an invite or throw me a plus when you're ready. But yeah, just having the Arcanist. You don't have to make an Arcanist, Joseph, but yeah, having access to Herald of the Tome Fate Carver, specifically Pragmatic Fate Carver, it shields you and you can use it in combination with the CP to give yourself healing. Fantastic. By the way, Zos have been asked repeatedly to add a confirmation button to to the armory system, so that it's harder to do what I just did. Let's be a little bit safer and put on... yeah, let's... actually, no, let's run the execute. It's more fun. Just loading up and logging in. Awesome. Thanks for not stepping into the water during the matriarch fight. Yeah? I mean, it's not my first rodeo, but yeah. Yeah, that was fun, guys. Thanks, Lubosh, Erin, and Belorda. I'm glad to do another dungeon in a bit if we have time. Just want to grab Holder Likes to Play Catch now that we're all here. Somebody stole my pool a lot of the time. Yeah. I don't think I did it a single time. I managed to avoid it. Hey, it's a familiar looking tank. Oh, she's cute. Bit of a goth lady, right? Bluebush asking, what's on the program now? Well, gonna do a world boss with likes to play catch for the Velothi lead. Gotta get that thing. Which one is it that drops the lead? You guys remember, I don't. Is it this one, the Libram Cathedral? Also important to catch. Or about a fun size, tiny Nord, or fun size Nord. Fun? I dig the fun. Right, I'll port to likes to play catch just in case. Alright, now going back to Gumbro saying, Final Year so far will be something around 107 to 130 gig, but the way how it's downloading this game, the way it works, is that it doesn't clean up files until the end of the install, and Steam and Epic have kind of two parts of installing the game. First is the OG-based copy of the game, next is the update of current patch in a launcher, so it can show you that you need around 125 gig to download on Steam, and then you'll re-download the patch in launch over 100, yeah, so it'll be half of that in the end. Yeah, thank you for the longer answer. Really appreciate that. Oh, it is this one. Oh, like to play catch, you will solo this guy easy in no time. Just honestly, run the setup that I'm running. The gear doesn't matter. Doing Orders, Wrath, and Tideborn doesn't matter at all. Ballura's on a tank, so I don't need any breach or anything. Let's go. I have the wrong back bar. I've Stampede slotted, but have an Inferno on. Oh, that's so annoying. Didn't he just activate a crystal? Oh, that sucks. Half my casts also aren't going off. What is this? What, is this the Greymore patch again? Couple of Killer's Blades, and he is toast. Did you get it? Nice! Awesome. Sweet. Well, should we do another dungeon with this format now? Did you want the Aegis Caller set? Happy to just banter around on Twitch while helping out a guildie. Don't feel any pressure, man. If you're busy with something else, we can do it any time. But since we're all here, since I think we're all available, just let me know if you want to go and do a swifty what do you call it? Unhallowed Grave. And below saying, sorry for killing you, Erin, and you died while being in her grip because I forgot that I will drop block for a sec when I use the self-heal. Yeah, bright moment. Fair enough. At least I felt comfortable in the rest of the dungeon, got one achievement. Yeah, that felt easy. It was just chaos at the end. Hey, No Fear, thank you for the hydrate. And Zerthimon, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Is Willow around and able to hear the stream? Yeah. Important question. She's behind me on my chair. Nice. Dark metal. And I'm back. That's my finest Dutch baker impression. Pastry chef impression. How did I do? Meow for Willow, yeah? Aw. So, I'm not hearing anybody say no, so I am just going to be cheeky and just cue us. I'm an enthusiastic believer in that you need to get consent, likes to play catch, so I will wait, generally, to be told yes. But in this case, I'm just going to go for it. You need to get the skelly polymorph to get rid of this gruesome animation. Erin, yeah, fair enough. Just don't look at it. Also up for an hallowed grave, thank you. Achoo also followed. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Alright, let me change my setup because this is dumb. Sorry, guys.
Please, just listen. I'm not allied with those grave robbers. If you keep this up, those wounds will reopen.
Yeah, there we go. Nice thing about soloing those siege camps earlier, guys, that is a good place to practice. If you find that even if you don't actually need to solo them because people are showing up, but if you're feeling like, no, I have the survivability and the damage to outvalue these creeps given time, that means you can start soloing dungeons if you want to. I wouldn't actually recommend it. The fun of this game is actually in playing with other people. Despite how much I make fun of pugs and whatnot, that's when people are sort of have an antisocial interest in doing their job properly, or they're just new to the game and they need a bit of help. But yeah, when you are coordinated, yeah, there's nothing quite like it. Should we do bonus bosses for extra loot? But Lord is not interested. Erin's saying yes. Let's do it. Well, then you guys already went past one. And everyone in chat, I'm going to turn up my game volume. Listen. I love this guy. Why is he not talking? Seriously, what? Dialogue volume is on full. How strange. Oh, you're supposed to hear this really creepy voice. Never mind. Not today, Nabor the Forgotten. But you hear him like almost whispering in your ear if you've got your headset on. Yes, help me. I suffer. It's really gross. Really cool. I love it. Close enough, was it, Dark Metal? Nice. That's what she said. Yeah. And that was Maya doing nonsense. Dark Metal. Oh, and I will follow. Just don't you closet. Can I for once type full sentences? Fuck. Do we get an encountable if Catch is just that close? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Well, fuck it, I'm gonna go.
My suffering is at an end.
Sorry, a little bit rude to pull without the tank. So remember to loot. Catch, since you're up. Should be able to loot here. I already got Drogakin. Like, we'll trade you all this stuff because it means, you know, the sticker book will fill up quicker. You won't get... Even if it's stuff you don't need. You know, it's better to have it. And that way the stuff that you do need will drop quicker. You guys know what I mean. Expressing myself poorly. I like this guy. Aaron almost getting butchered by the wolf there. Wow. That was alarming. And try and nuke this big boy before he causes any problems. Hell yeah. I should really change my setup back. Storm calling is not a good idea in here. Let me save it before I forget. There we go. And let's go back to the Templar. Equip, not save. I've seen so many messages from people who are doing that on a regular basis, like overwriting their setups when they're meant to equip it. It's like, no! Yeah, that sucks. I do not understand. Please explain, Car. Oh. Man. I really thought it was going to pop up for me after I fell off the cliff. Genuinely. I wasn't even trying to do anything funny, but I'm guessing that looked hilarious. Bruh. Yeah. I've actually died there quite a bit. I swear they changed something. Now you have to approach it from the right, and it works if you approach it head on. It just doesn't work the way it used to. Back in my day. Seriously? Okay. What's wrong with me? Am I getting too old? Who the hell knows, man? It happens. We live in a fast-paced world. Like, think how long it used to take for people to communicate about stuff. I know if you read books or watch movies about, like, Elizabethan times or, you know, like Jane Austen, that type of shit, and the way that they speak to one another, it's not quite how it was, obviously, but... You know, that really long-winded, very elaborate, very formal mode of communication and speech. You know, there was something to be said for it. But, equally, it's nice just to be able to fire off, you know, like a meme or an emoji and very quickly get your point across. So yeah, we become addicted to that. And that, yeah, it just means more typos, doesn't it? More fuck-ups. It happens all the time. I feel like it happens to me a lot when I'm writing a script. Not so much when I'm communicating with other people, like DMs on Discord or whatever. You can kill these guys for free ult.
If you weren't lagging behind when the door resealed itself.
Wake up,
Wake up, damn you! Speaking of free ults. Come on, let's go.
Friends, the door unsealed. It's just
Dark metal. So it's weird. Like in my head, I say the sentence. It's like my fingers can't keep up with typing the sentence. Yeah, something can easily get lost. I will often type the completely wrong word. Like instead of "and," it will say "at" or "so" or "of." You know, another like regularly used small word. You know, one of those filler words in the sentence, which kind of important. But it particularly happens when I'm writing a script for a video. Not if I'm, you know, engaged in DMs with someone. I don't know, man. For me, a random word gets auto-deleted, yeah. So Erin never done these secrets. I think this is my favorite one. I'm glad not every dungeon makes you run quite so far to get to them. But I love these. I think these are fucking cool.
More oafish trespass.
Oafish trespassers. Right, let's see. Is someone gonna die?
As do you.
I remember who died last time. I also remember pointing out, like, they built a dungeon and they put this in there. I just love it. This is like a level in Half-Life or something. You know, with the helicopter? When you, after you get the first, the crossbow. Big fun. I love this one because it can escape. Pointless to put Reaper's Mark on her, but fuck it.
Offer yourself. I accept.
Alright, but Lord, I have notes for you and your tanking. You move the boss more than I like. But no, I'm not talking shit. Just a friendly note. Alright, 10%. Let's go. I keep thinking I have the Nightblade execute, not the Templar one. What am I doing? Losing damage here. So where did Catch go? I guess back to the beginning. If you take that portal, you should come right out here and be able to loot the boss. So you just need to grab the urn, the buff from the urn. Oh yeah, there's a chest as well. Since we're here for the loot, we might as well. Hey, the Night Raven. Hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome on in. Outdoor Black Mesa. Yes, exactly. Isn't this boss time-based? Yeah. If she's too far, it takes too long, she'll go away. That's right. Yeah, that's what Belorda was saying. She likes this one because the boss can escape. By the way, if you want to loot the boss, Cat, she's over here. What's up, Voria? But yeah, it totally looks like the outdoor, you know, the landscape around Black Mesa, doesn't it? Definitely getting those vibes. And how's it going, the Night Raven? We're just doing some random dungeons with viewers here, with buddies. By the way, if anyone fancies this, you know, do let me know. If you're free, you're on the EU server, and I'm here streaming, chances are I'll be available. You might say you're in a mesa. A mesa is, what is that even? Is it like a caldera, right? It's like one of those mountains with a flat top, I believe. I'm not actually sure. Twitch has added something again. What's it added? To the bits. Just confused. Just randomly cheering, going, "Oh, what the hell?" When I think of mesas, I think of the Grand Canyon. I don't think there are any actual mesas depicted. Oh no. Ah, Runza, you actually made me fall. Because I looked over at Twitch chat while I was pressing forward. That is the perfect bit of timing. Oh, sorry, Belorda. Sorry, Erin. Oh, that's gold. And hey, Runza, how you doing? Very shameful death. I literally just walked off the platform. When I look back, don't apologize. It's hilarious. I'll take that any day. Oh, we already had deaths in here. If someone was going for the no death, I would feel terrible for dying to something so bad. But where's Catch? Here. Oh, resurrection pending. All right. I think Like Catch is doing pretty well. I did say we could like just, you could just AFK your way through the dungeon and just loot everything as we go. I might have to switch foods though. This is getting a little bit. It's getting a little bit hairy with just that max stat food. Oh, really? Oh, I don't think I've never had to. I haven't do this in years. We just leave one alive normally. This is where Moose got into an argument with someone. Well, they got into an argument with you. Let's be honest, because they were saying it's cheese to do it this way. Do you remember that? What was that about? Likes to play catch, just having a boxing match with the Colossus there in the back. Oh, that sucks. At least it looked funny, like my death. Seems like a carry run to me. Poor catch, Aaron and Belorda, I know. Mechanics equals cheese? No, I mean the bit where, you know, you leave this... It's usually this ghost, isn't it? But I killed this one. And then somebody killed the other one at the back. You leave one ghost alive. And then the boss is, you know, insulated. They have some damage mitigation, but they won't do that mechanic where you have to go around the room again. And someone was saying that is not... Like, the real way to do the fight is not to do it that way. I don't know. Don't know what they were talking about. But Moose immediately started asking Moose questions. What do you mean? Explain. In a perfectly logical and intelligent way. Chestage. Ah, but Lorda's not healing. Are you gonna miss chopping up the blobbos? Big boy. Yeah, and people wonder why we don't bring healers anymore. I mean, I actually often do. I like running with a healer in the group. It just introduces more moving parts. It makes the dungeon team a little bit more versatile. But man, especially with the power creep that we've been talking about today, it is wild how much stuff you can just burn. And there's so little danger. Not just because we nuke mechanics, but because the game keeps... Power creep isn't just on the damage side. Supports have access to way more stuff. DDs are way more tanky than they used to be. And have better sustain. It's wild. You guys, I like this group. Usually somebody runs through the door. Often Maya, I might add. A mesa is basically a flat-topped mountain range. Thank you, Runezar. The current famous one is seen at Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. There we go. Yeah, on. I gotcha. Hey, should we try the hard mode? We got one extra piece of loot, and we'll probably skip every single mechanic he does. I'll let one of you guys trigger it. I don't want to be the decision maker, but I say go for it. And we just nuke him really hard, and we should be able to skip everything. And Dark Metal, time to consume 10 liters of pure caffeine. 10 liters? Hey, Aheld is here. Welcome, man. Might as well put up a tent for my extended stay in the bathroom. Gross. True, though. Yeah, relatable. By the way, Belorda, you can do one of these from the group. Am I the only one who can do that? Shit, I should have given you the lead. That's me being a dum-dum. I only just thought of it. So just don't go too close behind him. And when he summons all those AoEs, dodge. So we don't get them landing in the group. It's a little bit annoying when your Soul Harvest becomes available right after Just after you start beaming. Would have worked out so well. Yeah, that one. You want to dodge that one? I think I was literally the only one who dodged it. And there we go, we skipped everything. Beautiful. That's absurd, isn't it? Like we're not even really trying that hard, and no one was in any danger. I mean, excellent dual support there by Belorda, our tank. I noticed all that shieldage and the altar and whatnot. Really nicely done, but yeah, a little bit silly. Right now, trading time. That was brain dead easy. First time I ever done the hard mode, and the first time ever tanked. Well, I could have warned you about the fist, but you didn't need it. Very well done. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And this isn't even an old dungeon.
As for me, I have some
It's bananas. You know, this is Greymore stuff. It's only, what, 5 years? 4 years? Yeah, 4 years ago. And it's already completely trivial. Erin wants Drogakin weapons, but give everything else to catch. I don't even know if I have any, but I'm going to try and trade you. There is never enough caffeine. Yeah, but Lord, time to see me fail. Yeah, good one. Winter's Embrace is your friend. Yeah, this. What I wonder is what creature has head and body of that size. It is some sort of a Daedric spirit that uses the form of, or actual human bones to manifest itself. We've seen it a few times now. There's one in Lucent Citadel, there's one here, there's one in the Writhing Fortress. And they all have extreme names. Like this one's called Zir Zahil or something like that. Bonk, 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 bonk. I don't think I've got any Drogakin weapons at all. I want to say Draugr, but the Americans don't understand that some configurations of AU are French or Francophone, and the others are Germanic. They just say R every time. Like there's a quite a widespread surname, isn't it? Baum or Baumgartner in America. It's just Baum always. It's like, no, that's not. How did that happen? How did that happen? That they just pronounce it as though it's a French. Like Splaycatch saying, no problem. It was my first time doing the hard mode ever. Nice! I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? This has become too easy. 2 people in the group never even done it before. We didn't have a healer. We're not like we're wearing a complete jumble of we haven't optimized, I guess is what I'm saying. Part of it is the Arcanist thing. The Fate Carver beam does make it very, very easy. But yeah, Zos, I really hope they got a plan and that they can tell us about it. And at least say, yeah, we're aware of this issue. What's your read on what this is? I wish we could chuck a match in there and find out, but it looks like oil, clearly. But is it supposed to be like an ungodly amount of dead things? That's kind of what it suggests when the big boy comes out of there. No fail detected. Yeah, exactly. And but Lord, I knew about the fists, only feared that I would fail with the self-heal. It's just a really big hit. I think it used to cause a lot more problems when, with no disrespect to TC Lee, but the approach that he popularized probably, he wasn't the only one, but probably more than anyone else, it's associated with him. This idea of you do not need full resistances to tank. 25k, 26k is plenty. You don't need to hit the armor cap and, you know, run infused and sturdy and stuff like this. And when that was the thing that a lot of people did, this was a dungeon that when they first tried the hard mode, tanks that were used to clearing hard modes and getting trifectas, they would get clapped immediately by this because they weren't stacking enough defensive buffs. It was designed to be a one-shot for tanks that weren't building correctly. And I really support this. I love it. It wasn't something that you could fudge your way around because it's an instant hit and he does it relatively often. I think Balorda only got 1 in this fight, maybe 2. But generally when this came out and the fight would last minutes, you'd get a lot more of them. You know, this is the big fist that comes out of the ground. Hey, Matthew Kettle, returning player for the first time since 2017. Just started fresh the other day. Welcome on in. My name's Khan. You're watching Ninja Pulls, and yeah, welcome. Stream is going to be done relatively soon, sadly. I don't have time to hang out with you guys all afternoon, much as I would love to. I've got another video. I've just delivered 2. I've got another one I need to get on with. Yikes. In fact, no, I delivered 3, technically. So I'm going to have to head off fairly shortly. Looks like the death goo, or just death goo, boiling oil. Hey, Insomnia Aaron, welcome on in. Balorda tried to move the boss less after you said I moved too much. Better. It was awesome. And I was kind of just teasing you. But yeah, it's a thing that only really matters once the group is optimized and like static and running together. Because then you'll do one of two things. You'll either say, you know, Balorda will say I'm the tank here. Or Balorda would say, hey, I'm pulling the boss to this location, so dump your pre-buff stuff here, and then range taunt them from across the room, so the boss walks in and boom, lands on all that stuff. You either do that, or you just agree the boss is where it is, we're all going to ult it and dump our stuff, and then you go to the boss and don't move it at all. It's usually one of those two things. But in a group like this, I was genuinely just teasing you. I feel like we have that relationship now, don't we? Range taunt, yeah. Giddy-chan, thank you for your sacrifice. So it literally says on the death recap what it is. Well, now we know. But I can just confirm on stream. I didn't even think of that. So it's boiling. There's nothing boiling about it, though. I guess they just had that from Yolnakrin. Right? Anyway, enough about that. Let's get out of here. Matthew Kettle, that's alright. Yeah, well, welcome on in. And 2017, boy, yeah, a lot has changed since then. So you pretty much missed, like, what a lot of people consider to be the golden period of ESO when it, like, peaked. Because A, we had the lockdown. B, World of Warcraft was in a shambles. Loads of people were leaving and coming here. And C, we got the release of Northern Elsewhere and Southern Elsewhere, which aren't necessarily everyone's favorite zones, but that brought the Necromancer class, definitely one of the coolest additions to the game, and Dragons, which, you know, it got old, but the Dragons were a really cool thing. That was like a... I'm not sure I agree, but I can see why a lot of people say that was peak ESO. Not to say that it's all downhill from there. I actually just finished the story for this year, the 2025 content, and I thought it was amazing. Not perfect. I have plenty of things I think could be done better. Things that are typical of the writing team and the way that the quests are constructed. But, yeah, I actually thought it was really strong.
No, he should have brought more mead.
This is crude oil. We can make gasoline, petrol out of it. Exactly. Shake gun. This is McDonald's oil. Oh, gross. Yeah, the oil they throw away after it's been... If they've got every scrap of value out of it. Yikes. Anyway, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Thank you so much for the subs, for the bits, for the cheers, and for the follows. We really, really appreciate it because this is what allows us to continue doing what we're doing. It is a struggle to do this type of content creation where we are not like making vague videos for a lot of different games, but really trying to focus on one with the occasional, you know, dipping our toe into others. But the Elder Scrolls is kind of where we live, and it's where we want to live, even if we can do little sorties into other franchises and other games. But we really appreciate you guys being here for the ride. That's sort of a long-winded way of saying thanks for showing up again, and thanks for hanging out and talking to me and all the rest of it, and for all the support. Bloody love it. Right, we're gonna have to raid off. Before I do, just want to read Matthew Kettle. Yeah, I miss all of that. Used to play on console, but now I hopped into PC due to Black Friday. Well, welcome back. There is a lot to enjoy about the game, and you just missed... yeah, you just missed a bit of a... Like, if you joined a couple of months ago, it's better timing to join now. You know, it's cheaper, and you just missed a slightly awkward few weeks with a really cool thing, a thing that should have capped off the year really beautifully, but it had too many bugs in it, so they're actually going to bring it back next year, and hopefully it won't be an issue. But yeah, let's not dwell on that. And I'm aware the game is in a rough spot, sorta. It actually isn't. It's just stuff like what I said. There've just been some... I've said it like 5 times this stream, so why not repeat it one more time? ESO, especially this year, and repeatedly, I think, in the past has kind of done this. It's got so much potential. So many of the difficult things they do really well. The writing, the art design, the combat system, the community they have around it. You know, you guys are so good. They're like world class. The trials, the dungeons. These are like unambiguously amazing. And relatively consistent as well. Like the writing, the trials, they're generally pretty good. Like the instances of bad stuff are few and far between. But then the bugs, the performance, these other slip-ups, the communication from the studio, that's the kind of stuff that has really soured the launch of these exciting things this last year. So they walk. The phrase I've used is they walk right up to the line of being, holy shit, that's awesome, slam dunk, amazing, best game ever, and then they just take a couple of steps back. And it's frustrating to know that the game is so close to its full potential. So that's sort of been our thought for the day here. But anyway, sweet, excited for what's to come. Yeah, I'm cautiously excited for 2026. We will see. Cheerio, Khan. Thanks, Runezar. Hope to join the stream again soon. Hope to see you there. And Dark Metal, thank you for the bits again. And Belorda, yeah, you're very, very welcome. We are all great. Everyone else, yeah, we're all fucking great, aren't we? Let's Play Catch. Thank you for the help in the dungeon. Thank you for joining, man. It's fun. That's the secret. It is fun. All right, so I'm not going to be particularly imaginative here. We got Man Bear Nug, one of our favorite dudes in the Elder Scrolls Online streaming, the content creator community. He's a lovely, lovely guy. Go and say hi to him. Stay with the raid, please. You won't regret it. He's awesome. Give him a follow. Give him a sub if you like. And say hi from me. I've got to go and get Maya. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.